Hey guys, so how you guys doing? I'm back. I'm with with my June TBR. I just finished filming my May wrap-up, which took a lot longer than it should have, but it did. So I'm gonna post that very soon. But yeah, while I'm here, I decided to do my June TBR as well. I actually had already filmed this, and then I decided to add a few more books, so I deleted that and I'm refilming it. I didn't post it, so you guys wouldn't have even known unless I just told you, so oh well. But yeah, so this wasn't supposed to be like this big TBR, and it ended up being like this overly ambitious TBR because that's just how I am. The first time I filmed this, I barely had like any books. I had a few books on there. I want to say I probably had like 10 maybe. But of course, now I've refined that and I've added a lot more. So this should be fun. Okay. Let's get on to the books that I'm going to read in June. Alright. So for June, there's just so many books I want to read. And I kept telling myself like, okay, well, I'm not going to read as many just because like, well, I'm not going to add so many to like my TBR, so this way I can add, you know, like start reading something that maybe I wasn't necessarily going to pick up. I thought maybe June could be like my mood month, so I wasn't going to add too many books. But of course now I did that. So let's just get on to the books. First, I have my 3 in-depth books that I want to read. Of course I went from 4 to 3, but that's okay. I have Celebrity in Death, Delusion in Death, and Calculated in Death. And I want to say these are like 34, 35, and 36 in the series. So I am almost there. I am almost there. I'm getting closer to the end, guys. Well, not the end, because I believe she's still going. But I'm getting closer and closer to catching up. And I can finally just stop reading all of these. I'm going to pick another series to read for the months, you know, so this won't be the only series that I read, like multiple copies a month. I think I might do the Dark Hunter series by Shailene Kenyon, which would be like my 3rd or 4th time rereading most of them. So, but that might happen. We shall see. But yeah, the in-depth books, I've got these 3. These 3 are the ones I'm going to be reading. I've also decided to reread Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli in, what's it called? I can't think of the word. But in preparation to read The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli, which is sort of like a companion novel to this one. Now here's the thing. It's June 3rd. I've already finished this. This was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. It was a reread, so I knew I was going to love it. Oh my god. This book was just amazing. And I have no other words, but yeah. I mean, you guys already know this is one of my absolute favorite books of all time. And I reread it. So, I didn't tab it. I want to start tabbing books that I reread, but I think I'm going to end up rereading this again in preparation for the movie that will be coming out hopefully sometime next year, maybe? I'm not entirely sure when that's supposed to come out, but I know it's filming and stuff like that, and yeah, this book was just great. So, I've already started reading The Upside of Unrequited. I am on chapter 5. Which is really funny because that's the chapter I was on in the very beginning. I was able to read the first 5 chapters thanks to Epic Reads' First 5? I think that's what it's called. So I'm on the chapter I'm supposed to be. I just reread the first 5 chapters. Because it's been a little bit. And now I finally reread this. I actually know the characters that some people are talking about. Abby makes a sort of an appearance in this. You get to hear about her and Nick. And a little bit about Simon. That's pretty good. I love this. This is just great. I'm going to finish this very soon so I can go on to other books. Alright. Okay. I have a lot of books by me. Okay, so I also, even though I really wasn't sure I really wanted to read this, but I really need some books to just be able to like fly through, like Simon vs. Homo Sapiens Agenda and The Upside of Unrequited. So I put in To All the Boys I've Loved Before, which again would be a reread. This is by Jenny Han. I've read this, I want to say a couple years ago. like when it first came out kind of thing. And I really enjoyed it. So I have to reread this so I can read P.S. I Still Love You, because I still haven't read this yet. And then also the third and final book in the series has finally come out last month, and I'm not going to get that until I reread and read this. So yeah. Until I read these two. I have to do it. So I will. I remember really liking this, so I'm hoping I like this one, and then I hope the finale would be, or the final book would be, like, everything that I want. So we'll see how that goes. Alright. Also, because we're sticking with the rereading thing, I'm going to reread Eon by Alison Goodman for like the third or fourth time. Just because I really, really need to get to Iona by Alison Goodman. This is a duology, and I still have not picked this up, which is just awful. I keep meaning to pick this up, but every time I do, I just can't seem to do it. So, this month is going to happen. This is also on my top 17 of 2017 books to read. So this has to happen. It just has to. So I'm going to reread this again and then read this. Now here's the really bad thing. I have heard nothing about this book. I've heard one thing from somebody who's actually read like some of it and just did not like it. Love this one though. Did not like this. So now I'm afraid. But we'll see. I'm hoping that I will really enjoy this duology, and then I can go on to the other book that is on my top 17 of 2017, which is The Dark Days Club. It's not on for this month. I did not put that one as well in this month, but it will be in one of these months. So I really need to get to this so I can get to that. Yeah. That has just been on my TBR for so long. Okay. Okay, so yeah, let's also talk about rereading, because this is the final series that I have. I'm going to reread a couple books so I can finally get to the next book. I'm going to read The Tales from the Shadowhunters Academy by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, Maureen Johnson, and Robin Wasserman. This is a series of novellas that have to do with, Simon's point of view. This is, like, you really should read this right before Lady Midnight. That's what I think. Just because there will be some spoilers for Lady Midnight, or that happen in Lady Midnight that you won't get unless you read this. So yeah, I've also heard there's some, oh my god, there's some like little comic stuff that is in this, which I read all of these in ebook form, and then they finally came out with a physical copy. So now I have this, so I can actually read this. Which I really want to. I want to reread this, so that's going to happen this month. This one shouldn't take me that long. Even though it's a hunger of a book, it shouldn't be that long. And then I also want to reread Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, which is the first book in the Dark Artifices trilogy, series, something. And yeah, I really want to reread this, because I really want to get to this. This is Lord of Shadows, Book 2. I really, really want to get to this one. And I have to. I just have to. The way Lady Midnight ended just really made me want Lord of Shadows more than anything. I was also really upset because it's a part of me that really just needs more right now. Like some of stuff that happened in Lady Midnight kind of broke me, so I need it resolved right now. So yeah. Though, of course, they probably won't resolve it until the final book. That happens a lot. Okay. Hopefully this is only a trilogy and I don't have to wait too long. We'll see. So yeah, that's the end of, like, all of the rereading to read the next. Yeah. Now we just have to get into the books that I actually need to read. And, of course, I have, like, 7 more. Alright, first would be Maid-sama. Volumes 13 and 14 by Hiro Fujiwara. Yeah, this I definitely have to read for June, so I can read the next book in July, and then the final book in August. That's going to happen. So, yeah. I'm excited to see how everything continues. This is going to be good. Oh my god. I'm so close to the final book, guys. It's gonna happen. Oh my god. It's coming soon. Just a few more months. I only have to wait a few more months. But I'm excited to see how everything continues on, so this will definitely happen this month. Okay. Few sequels. I have Hidden Huntress by Danielle L. Jensen. I don't know if I'm going to get to this one. I really did like Stolen Songbird, so I want to continue on. But again, I don't know if I'm going to get to it. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time. So, but we'll see. I really am looking forward to how this continues from Stolen Songbird. So yeah. And then the other one I really want to read is Yellow Brick War by Danielle Page. This is the third book to Dorothy Must Die. And again, this is like hecka short. It's not even 300 pages. I don't think. Let me see. No, it's not even. It's 270 pages. So I should really be able to get to this one soon. Like, literally, this won't take me long at all. Like, these books I can actually fly through, so that's pretty good. And I do own the last book in this, as well as the final book in this. So I really need to get on this. To get both of these. Alright. Also, for sequels, I have Night Study and Dawn Study, both by Maria V. Snyder. These are books 5 and 6 in the Poison Study series. So yeah. I read Shadow Study. Was so, like, surprised at that ending that I just needed Night Study. And here's the thing. Once I got Night Study, which was 2 years ago, or no, it was last year, my bad. It was last year in January. I got this, and I read it right away. Like, I read the very first, like, few pages right away, because that ending of Shadow Study was just like, I need this book in my hands. I need to read it. So I read the very beginning, because I'm like, I need to know what happens, and then I put it down and I never picked it up again. I just wanted that reaction. I'm, of course, going to pick this up. This is one of my favorite series. So I'm gonna pick this up, finish this, and then finally finish the series, I think, because I think this will end the whole series with Dawn Study. So yeah. I love this series. I love Maria V. Snyder. She's an amazing writer, an amazing author, and I just need to pick these books up. So hopefully in June, this will happen. Because I said they were gonna happen, I think, in May, and that just didn't work. Okay, last 2 books. Oh my god. Last 2 books are Ruined by Amy Tintera. I have heard nothing but good things about this, so I really, really need to pick this up. I don't really know what it's about as much. I think it's about, like, politics and stuff. A Revenge of a Consumer, a Love That Will Ruin Her. That just makes me want to read it. Keep Your Enemies Close. Okay. I think this is about, like, a girl who has to marry... I think she's a princess and she must marry a prince. But she's not actually his true betrothed, so that should be good. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm really, really wanting to read this, and the sequel just came out, so I need to pick this up. And this is on my top 17 of 2017. So I need to really pick this up. Okay, the last book is a book I bought today. I decided to pick this up because I've heard a lot of really good things about this series, and it's just been, like, going through BookTube. It just came out, I want to say, like, maybe last month, maybe, like, last week, I don't even know. But I've heard really good things about it, and I decided to just head to the bookstore and pick it up. And that is Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. And at first I was like, I don't know anything about it, I don't think I really want to read it, I don't know what it's even about. I'm just like, look, I don't have time to pick up any new books. I'm just like, I don't need another book to add to my TBR. Until, I think it was Heather from the Bookables. She had this for her book haul and she was explaining it. And I was just like, you know what, fine, I'm just going to listen to what this is about. And then, you know, whatever. What is it about? Like, what's going on in this book? So this is all about a girl named Eliza who is a fanfiction writer. In reality, like in the real world, she is shy, weird, and frontless, which is a lot like me when I was in high school. So I kind of relate. But online, she's Lady Constellation, the anonymous creator of the widely popular webcomic Monster C. So that's pretty good. So, okay. Then I guess she meets this guy named Wallace. He is a fanfiction writer. He is Monster C's biggest fanfiction writer, and he transfers to her school, and I guess they like kind of, you know, begin this relationship, and he doesn't believe that she is, you know, the creator of Monster C. Like, he just can't believe that. But I guess, like, it leaks out that she is, and that kind of, like, I don't know, makes things awkward for them or something like that. And, like, everything starts to fall apart. I just really, really want to read this so bad. And there is, like, some parts where it's, you know, like, IMing, I guess. It's, like, private messaging. And it just sounds really good. And the cover's gorgeous. I never realized how beautiful this cover really is until I picked it up for myself. So yeah, this is definitely getting read this year. This might actually be one of the first books I pick up. I didn't think it would be. I thought Lord of Shadows would have been the first books I pick up. But I really want to read this. And I really want to see if it's actually as good as I thought. And I need a contemporary right now. I feel like I'm not reading a lot of contemporary. Which right now I'm reading The Upside of Unrequited. So of course that's not true. But I just need something like this right now. So that I think I'm going to end up picking up. Alright. That is all the books. Oh my god. I need to stop adding all these books for these TBRs because there's just so many. And I'm not kidding, I have a whole stack back there of books that I wanted to read last month that I just didn't. And those could easily be put into this month. But I don't want to do that. So, and of course I have a ton of books over here that I need to read. Like, you can actually see parts of it. I have, like, books in front, like, books in front, and then books in back. I have a lot of books on my TBR. And last year, all I wanted to do was, you know, lessen my TBR. Like, I really wanted to get it down. And I think I did pretty well. It's just, I actually have a lot of TBR books. And I'm going to end up doing it again, where I'm going to count them all and see how many I actually have and try to get that really down. Because I have just too many. So, okay. This is it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had a good time, listening to all the books that I want to read. There's just a lot. I just like to ramble on. So, I'm done. These are all the books that I'm going to read in June, hopefully. Hopefully I'll get to all of them. If not, I'll get to most of them. Hopefully. Yeah. So, this is my June TBR. I hope you guys had a good time. I'll see you guys later. Happy reading.